I'm Patrick from Frontrunner, and I'm with Patrick and Amanda from Rugged Destinations. I'm very excited to chat to them about overlanding and their lovely red Nissan Patrol. First question I have for you is, traveling with kids can be pretty challenging. What tips do you have for families that are considering doing that?
I think the best first place to start is expectations. So having very realistic expectations for what's going to happen every day can help you a lot. I know that we've fallen into that trap before of having super high expectations, and then people get disappointed, and then things tend to fall apart.
And then obviously choice of vehicle is important because you have to fit dogs and kids and your wife into the vehicle. Why have you picked a Nissan Patrol?
We picked a Nissan Patrol because I don't want to pay the Land Cruiser tax, and I love kind of building oddball vehicles. And here in the States, a Nissan Patrol is like unknown. There's maybe 30 of them here. Luckily, everywhere else in the world, they're super popular. But
yeah, the Australians love them. I mean, they've often won the Outback Challenge in Australia because they are bulletproof. So you went for something a bit older.
Totally, yeah. We went with a GQ specifically because I wanted carbureted, gasoline, manual transmission, manual transfer case, no electronic switching. So this car, there's actually no electronics package that runs any of the powertrain.
How important is that element of fun when you travel with kids?
Oh, it's super important. The kids that's the one thing that they want to know, that they're going to be able to have something to do. Even though it can be really simple, like going for a hike or going paddleboarding, which they got to experience in Baja this year. We always try to make sure that we find little things along the way, but it's really amazing what opportunities present themselves no matter where you're at in whatever landscape.
What advice do you have to other families that are sort of thinking of getting on the road with their kids?
Just do it.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Which Frontrunner products do you use? Which are your favorites that you sort of have to use every day?
So the classic Frontrunner rack is something that we use constantly. Ours is used as a platform for our secondary pantry, which is, as a family of 4 living on the road in a mid-sized truck, is kind of important. We need a lot of food to keep everybody fueled.
I'd add to that we use the Frontrunner chairs every single day, and that's actually one of the jobs that our boys have, is that they know that when they get to camp that they get to set up those chairs.
Can you give us a quick summary of where you've been with your patrol?
So this car, to get the tray and canopy put on it, it went to northern Alberta, like all the way to almost the oil sands. We're going to take it to Prudhoe Bay this summer, and then it's been to the southern tip of Baja this last winter.
A final question. Some people are sort of worried about crossing an international border, going into, say, Botswana or into Mexico, but sometimes it's not as bad as they think it is. What sort of tips do you have for people crossing borders?
So our experience has been, if you just follow the rules and you're respectful, everything goes great.
And the way that you can do that is by going to events like this and being able to connect with other people who have traveled internationally. Plus you can go to online blogs and try and get as much information that way. Just try and tap as many resources as possible. YouTube is a great place. It's something that we went to. Just make sure you have all of that information going into it, and it will be smooth sailing.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. I hope to run into you on a remote beach somewhere in Mexico sometime. And
how about Botswana?
Botswana, there we go. Thanks, Pat. Thanks a lot.